For Stage 4 of the AfricaEcoRace, René Mech set yesterday's survivors a real challenge. He has in fact devised for them the longest stage in the history of the race. The competitors continued to battle southward, where they found vast open spaces without many landmarks. This made them fast to drive, but difficult to navigate, and towards the end of the day, there were a few dunes to cross, just to spice up the long, fast, special stage. In total, 497 kilometres of timed section between Assa and Fort Chakal. A sad day in the motorbike category with the news that Paul Anders Olav-Alsæter is out of the running. The two-time winner of 2015 and 2016 will not be on the podium in Dakar. The Norwegian had mechanical problems at kilometre 123 and his bike ended up on the broom wagon.
It's a pump for the fuel. It's a ventil. It's a lot of shit in my fuel, but I clean it now 2 times. And then it goes for like 2 kilometers and then it stops all the time. So I know the problem, but I don't have the part.
A big loss for the rally, but it means we may see some less well-known riders on the podium at Lac Rose. Riders such as Simone Agazzi. The Italian has 27 years of enduro experience and is competing in his first AfricaEcoRace. Despite a hitch with his roadbook today, he came in third. Just behind Luis Oliveira, the young Portuguese rider in his first AfricaEcoRace and first rally raid is learning quickly. He too is an enduro specialist with 5 world championships under his belt and a 6th in his sights for 2018. Riding since the age of 11, he has plenty of experience, but still has a bit to learn about navigation. Despite this, he crossed the line in 5 hours, 47 minutes and 49 seconds. It was another beautiful day for my first AfricaEcoRace. Cecchi started first this morning. I overtook him 40 kilometres in, and then I led the way, and we rode together. Yesterday in the briefing, they told us to pay attention, 30 kilometres from the finish line. But I missed the waypoint, and I headed off towards the mountains. Afterwards, I found Cecchi's tracks and I followed them home. He arrived almost 9 minutes after today's winner, Paolo Cecchi, who rode at an average of 90 kilometres an hour on what he described as a very difficult stage to navigate. But the Italian made no mistakes. He spent much of the day with Oliveira, but 30 kilometres from the finish line, the former winner of the Faroan Rally demonstrated his experience. He made a good navigation decision and shook off Oliveira, delivering his 6th stage win in 2 years. His only regret is losing Olav-Alsæter as his main rival. It's a shame, because I wanted to win the rally, but in a battle with Paul. Today he couldn't finish. It's a real shame for the race. A quick recap of the day's results. Cecchi wins his 3rd stage in the 10th edition of the race. Oliveira takes 2nd place. Agazzi, Benko, Ram and Blackburn complete the top 6. A look at the leaderboard, and Cecchi is still on top, ahead of his nearest rival, Luis Oliveira, who trails with 43 minutes and 58 seconds. Behind them, the gaps are even bigger. Benko is at 2 hours 25, Ram at 2:56 and Jonathan Blackburn at 3 hours and 20 minutes. Preserving the desert is one of the tenets right at the heart of the AfricaEcoRace. The race tries to integrate sustainable development into every aspect of the organisation on a daily basis. One example of this is Lima 3, the timing vehicle which sits at the finish line, watching the drivers barrel in at top speed. What is special about our kit is that from an energy perspective we are 100% solar powered. We have no generator, no fuel to carry, no pollution and no noise. We're powered by solar panels attached to the roof of the 4x4. These panels harness the sun's rays and transform them into 12 volts. And the battery that powers our computer and everything to do with the timekeeping is also powered by the panels. It powers the antenna that sends the competitor's time from the finish line to the second vehicle at the stopping point further along. At the same time, we have an internet connection that allows us to send the times straight to the race HQ, where they are posted live by Marc Bijard of Chronotech. They're pretty much live online the minute the competitors cross the line. It's instantaneous. Once again, it's 100% solar powered, 100% ecological. No fuel to carry, no noise pollution, no exhaust fumes. It's totally within the ethos of the AfricaEcoRace. In fact, Jean-Louis Schlesser's dream is to eventually have the whole bivouac powered by solar panel in order to be 100% electric. Within the car-truck category, there is a race within a race, that of the SSVs, or side-by-side vehicles. These light little buggies are easy to handle and great fun to drive in the sand and the dunes. 9 of them started out in Monaco, and for now, the star of the show is Loïc Bonnevie. He's currently 21st in the GC. His main aim is to have fun and enjoy the race. All of them are champing at the bit to get to the dunes of Mauritania next week. Yesterday's big shock was Elisabeth Jacinto in tears, announcing that she had broken the truck's front differential. The Portuguese driver had planned to continue in two-wheel drive, hoping that a new part could be shipped from Germany, but sadly, this was not to be. With heavy heart this morning, Jacinto threw in the towel and for the second year in a row is out of the race before even getting to Mauritania. Staying with the trucks, and the Dutchman Woef van Ginkel was also not on the start line this morning. He will start again tomorrow after taking the main road into camp today. His teammate, however, is still on track. Gerard de Roy continues to dominate amongst the trucks, coming in 5th today despite a bout of sickness. It was a long day, 500 kilometers of incredible racing with lots of rocks. It was a beautiful stage with lots of navigation. It was really not easy. At the beginning I was ill. I had to stop and throw up. I probably just had one too many eggs this morning. Afterwards I felt better. A better day today for Pascal Thomas, who climbed one place to come in 3rd. He had no mechanical problems but is doubtful of being able to catch the 2 teams ahead of him. However, Mauritania lies ahead, and once into the dunes, it's anyone's guess how they will fare. You just never know. Highs and lows today in the SR team of Serradori and Lurquin. First out the gates, they had to slow down considerably in the last 85 kilometres of the stage, following a problem with their power steering just before the only dunes of the day. Vassiliev overtook them, but he himself then ran into trouble, and so it continued throughout the stage, the 2 teams leapfrogging right up to the finish line, a real case of cat and mouse. It was an emotionally charged day, but I think we managed okay. If I had known it was going to be like that, I would have signed on the dotted line. Our support team has a bit of work to do on the car this evening, but overall, no major problems. We've had a tremendous battle going on with Vladimir and Konstantin. Every day we are within 2 minutes of each other. We're having so much fun. Vassiliev today took his 3rd victory in 4 stages. After 3 punctures, however, the Russian had to slow down in the final kilometres as he had no more spare wheels. We know that the Moroccan stages suit Vassiliev better than the sands of Mauritania, so he's stockpiling confidence and time in the GC before they get to the border. The Russian driver is back following a nasty accident in Abu Dhabi in April last year. After breaking his back, he just started racing again in the Morocco Rally a few weeks ago and came in 5th overall. It's going really well. We were afraid after our accident that we would struggle to drive these distances. I'm happy. Vladimir has healed well and he's fit. He hasn't lost much form and he is driving a bit faster every stage. I think it's only going to get better as we go on. A roundup of today's results. Third stage victory for Vassiliev. In second place, the team of Serradori-Lurcan. Pascal Thomas is third and Guillaume Gomez fourth. The first place lorry, that of de Roy, is fifth. Today's leaderboard looks like this. No change from yesterday and the tension is high. Vassiliev is still on top with a mere 10-minute, 23-second lead over Serradori. Pascal Thomas is lying in wait in third place ahead of Vautier, de Roy and Andrew Rudskoff. Tomorrow, for the last stage on Moroccan soil, the drivers and riders will race over a completely new route. Very fast, 436 kilometres to Bir and Zaran. That's all for today, but before leaving this fourth stage of the Africa Eco Race, here are some of its best shots. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.